I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I was thinking about how there are no Mario Kart 8 tracks in this pack because, or used to be no Mario Kart 8 versions of any of the retro tracks because Bean didn't like them or something. I'm pretty sure. I'm just thinking now there are some of them in the pack, specifically for the DLC tracks, I think. It's very weird to me, but either way. So yeah. So we're getting closer. I feel like, in comparison to when I set the 366 in 2020, nearly 4 years ago now, I feel a bit more comfortable with how the sessions are going. They are only like barely better in some regards. But yeah. It kind of sucks that only 2 active CT packs out there have a bunch of CTs that are straight from Mario Kart 8. It doesn't play well. And also looks like shit. Yeah. I mean, Mario Kart 8's a weird one with this because I feel like for a lot of the tracks that I've seen actually pull textures from Mario Kart 8 and try and recycle them in this game. And in some instances it works fine. Like, I'm pretty sure there are some tracks with the Thwomp Ruins floor texture, which looks okay. But then there are other instances where, like, I feel like this game is a massive downgrade to that look. Basically, it's like, I think Mario Kart 8's style is a bit too realistic for this game. Yeah. I do wonder what the next Mario Kart is going to be. I feel like they're very much into the Mario Kart 8 aesthetic now. Considering that we had... There we go, there's a triple. We had, you know, Mario Kart 8 started out on the Wii U. Then we technically had... It's just basically been revamped on Deluxe. And then it's been, like... Tour, I guess, is technically in the same vein. From what I remember, both the game's style and, like, the item boxes and everything are very similar. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe 2, the remake. Yeah, I do feel like whatever's next is actually just going to be literally that. Oh my god, that was... Why didn't I delay drift that? Jeez, okay. But it would be very refreshing if they do something absolutely, completely different. It would be very refreshing at the moment because I feel like Mario Kart 8 is in a phase where, like, if anyone talks about it, people actually do picture this Mario Kart. Like, when I'm talking to people who don't even, like, have Switches of their own about Mario Kart, it's the first one that they jump to. It's either that or actually this game, funnily enough. In some instances, if there's someone that's, like, a similar age to me, or either slightly older or slightly younger, they do jump to this Mario Kart. We will never escape Mario Kart 8. Yeah, it's here to stay. But to be fair, I think in comparison to most of the most refined Mario Karts, I think Deluxe is there. Is the top. You still get like out of bounds glitches or something, but the way that the game works is it doesn't have any like glitches or shortcuts. I mean, yes, in Mario Kart 8 you had the bunny hopping mechanic, which Nintendo were like, ah, shit, should we patch this out? And then they kind of just did so in Deluxe anyways. How did we get onto this topic anyways? I feel like I was venting about something. It's most likely, yeah, it was CTGP. Yeah, that was too harsh of an angle. Anyway, let's warm up into this now. Hi Bradley, you smell! You silly bum bum. The playground insults already. Poo poo face. Wee wee head. Imagine if I just PB this now when I've just said wee wee head at the very beginning of the run. Good. Die in the dirt. You're bad now, how dare you say that? No, Twitch, I'm sorry. Unless you're talking to Bradley. In which case, Bradley, please slash ban yourself for saying such profanity in my stream chat. Ow. What was that for? I ask my own esophagus. Broodlight banned me. Wait, what? Is there literally an account called me? You just... Sorry, that's amused me too much that it needed to. There we go. You got a print screen of it, did you? This channel has been closed by the user. Wait, why is it still allowed to be banned? That's interesting. That's also interesting. They just decided that like that's probably a very rare name to have on Twitch, and they decided to be like, actually, I don't want this channel anymore, and they just closed it off. Just send that screenshot to Jacob and be and mark it as a spoiler and be like, Bradley banned me in my own chat. Because I wouldn't be lying. He still hasn't found the surprise in his dolphin. There was actually a surprise for me because he found one of Luke's former world records on MC3. It must have been there from when I was like learning triple mini turbo, and I just copied it over and had a save state to practice against that. I didn't remember it was on there and he found that, but that's not the surprise. I have actually also got like an old WBFS file, Bradley, with your like peaks on it somewhere. I think I made one for you to practice against your ghost with, I think it was the hopping strat. But I don't remember for certain. Either way, I still have it if you ever want to play peaks again. I doubt it though. All things considered, your peaks time is relatively clean from what I remember seeing of it. It's not, but thanks, okay. I was trying to be nice! If I PB this stream, I'll play peaks on stream for some reason. I don't actually remember what my PB is on here. It's like a 5-4, 5-5. 5 minutes, 4 seconds. Boink. I was about to say as well, I remember when I played Baby Park and I finally subbed 111, and I wasn't expecting to do it as quickly as I did on stream. So I said if I got it on stream I'd play peaks, and then I got it and so I had to play peaks. And in 2 hours of Baby Park, and I think 3 hours of peaks, I finished the sub on Baby Park, and I only finished one singular run on Peaks. Can I have 2.1 billion channel points? I need them for school. Is that right? Is my, like, fucking Fortnite thing still on there? I thought I took that down. First lap one of the day is a 0.3. Damn. That's fine though, because that means we can... Never mind. I was about to say, we can play catch up and potentially get a sub 26. I'll make baby peaks for you to TT. Wait, what would that even look like? What would that be? The tracks are so, like, different from each other. I don't even know. Neither do I. It's... The most mashed up thing about that will be the name. Otherwise it will cease to even exist. I guess you could make peaks but like really small. So it's like, you know how it's like 50 miles wide? The width of the track. You could make it so that that's like the same length as the bike. The same width as the bike, sorry. So it's smaller, so it's a baby. I don't even know if that will make it easier or harder. I'm pretty sure it will make it harder because when it comes to the mushrooms... Oh, Jesus Christ. Also, bean corners, if you leave them in. Actually, how is like half the turns, if you're that size, even possible? Oh, hi, Lewis. Hold on, what does that say? I'm going to data mine your YouTube data to get statistics and analyze comments. Didn't you do that already? I bet you the most comments I've ever received are from Julian. There was a point in time when, like, I think 2020, 2021, where he just literally copy and pasted the same comment for like a month, and it was the only comment that I got on anything. It was like he was a spam bot. You never gave me permission for it. I thought I did. I could have sworn I did anyway. Well, I guess we've just spoken about it before, but no, I'd never really given like a specific answer. So did you see the clip that I sent you, Lewis? I feel like I could have potentially had a 25 lap, but then the triple might have let it down. I feel like that's probably going to be the way that I get a 25 lap now. Is if I get a really bad like fail lap 1 and I just continue. Because then I'm just like really far behind the ghost. That's like how I got my lap 2. I'm pretty sure I like failed the mini turbo on lap 1. And then I nearly caught up to the ghost again. Oh. Yeah. By the way, I haven't seen your video. Okay. It's just a quick clip. Get to it when you can. I really hate the portrait feature with the clips. So there's actually a clip that I've now done without realizing it was a feature before. So there's one of my lap clips that I've done, and it's just fucking zoomed in and like cropped to the left side of the gameplay. Terrible. But you see, this is what I'm talking about, because this is quite far behind now. So I can now, going into lap 2, play catch up. Oh, now it's actually just no chance of catching that. I mean, that beginning was pretty shit, so that's not going to be anything. It's going to take me a couple of minutes to load. Damn. Even on the lowest quality. I assume you pause the stream to try and load that. You don't think you're going to get a 25 lap 2? Okay. I feel like if there's any time lost, then it would have been at the beginning. But I have not had a first turn that tight before. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think the biggest time loss is the triple. I don't think that was very... I don't think it was that clean. Excuse me. If I were you, I would work on the second turn. It's easier to fix. I feel like I've been getting it more recently though, but it's just... I have to like... It just feels very precise to me. I don't know. I'll figure. I will work on it at some point. How would you excuse you as an immigrant myself? I came to the UK to steal your job, so excuse me. Okay. You can do my editing then. I've got 186 videos to get done. It is actually interesting how we are looking for or we were looking for new editors for the drum channel. Basically to take over the workload, because there is just far too much for me to do. And then it's interesting how there's like a decent chunk of people who applied and English wasn't their first language. I should come to the UK to steal the tops. I mean, didn't Cole move from Canada to California or something? But I'm pretty sure actually wasn't Tyler in Canada for a bit. I swear I remember seeing some of his like really old times with the Canadian flag. Oh god, I'm all the way over to the left, right, both sides. You're supposed to act like Dave. Did you fill the position? I think they've been filled now. I will find out there's a team meeting tomorrow. So I'll probably find out then. I was getting all like the test edits back as well. I was very heavily critiquing them. We had the best ones first. Like the best two were definitely the good ones. And it just got progressively worse. But what was interesting as well is that there was like... There were some from people who have done editing for drum videos before. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the names of the companies they've worked for or not. And their edits, at least in my opinion, were worse than the people who were just like... who just did it and were memeing around. But I think that's because like they were younger and their edits were more similar to Emma's ones. Yes, yeah. That's all I'm gonna say. Basically, they're the people that... I guess the simplest way of putting it, the people who feel like they had experience in actually producing this content felt like they didn't do as well as the people who were just sort of like memeing around. I think it's because they put their own creativity to it or something, I don't know. I mean, not to say that the other ones didn't, it's just, I don't know. Perhaps they were kind of like using Emma more as a template. But that's the main benefit to this, is that Emma is now like going to move over to basically just entirely shoot videos and then just pass off all the footage so that she no longer has to really edit anything. I mean, she still will from time to time because she does enjoy it, but it takes up a ridiculous amount of her time. I am a little disappointed though that I wasn't able to alleviate that much stress in that instance. Gonna head out for tomorrow. Take care, Ren. Thank you for hanging out today. I don't know when I'm next going to be alive. I doubt it will be tomorrow. If I've got enough energy, it'll be Wednesday, but we'll see. I seem to like hitting the pipe at the moment. So you're telling me the random UK memo had more creativity than the guy that has experience. Well, I don't actually know where he was from, but yeah. Wow. Yeah. Okay. I don't really feel like there's anything on point for this session today. But, it's not like it isn't enjoyable. I mean, I'm primarily playing this to procrastinate from editing. Although, I've done a lot of that recently. That entrance didn't feel like it was going to work, but I'm pretty sure I clipped a lot of the dirt there. No. I need to commit more to these turns. I didn't back off the exit. It's easier to get a soft with mini turbos on the keyboard than getting them with the controller. So basically what you're saying is I should try and hack the console in a way where I can use my keyboards to play on my console. It's actually, I'm pretty sure I said this last stream, but it's insane how like a couple of years ago we were talking about how it was barely possible to sub 119 with the keyboard, and now it's looking likely that you could actually sub 118 if you like really polished off the inputs and put the time into doing it. I wonder actually what is the fastest lap? Lap 1 with double. I could try. Yeah. I don't think a 0.0 lap 1's been done with double yet, has it? From what I remember. But I think you're getting close to Casey's BKT lap 1. Which would be very interesting to see. I remember Sosis came to interrogate me. Wait, what? Why? In the comment section of your video, or... Oh, the 0.1 dead on, yes! That was Bint, I think. I didn't realise Sosis did it as well. I didn't mean for the information to spread around, but I remember we were talking about it, and I remember you said you had that. But yeah, I remember. I didn't want it to have a big deal made out of it. I was just like, wait, I could have sworn that it was faster than that. But it was me thinking that like a 0.0 had already been done by with double. So I don't know. But apparently Tyler had a really low lap 1 from back in the day as well. So I was asked to drop him a message on like Twitch Whispers. Never responded though. I remember getting something around these numbers, but Sosis asked me a couple of questions like not believing me. Yeah. That's unfair though, because all you had was like a note in a notepad, which is... I guess it isn't sufficient enough proof, but it wasn't like you were the one that was boasting that you had the best known lap 1. It was really my fault more than anything. But I guess that's what makes it unknown. If you don't have any like screenshots or recorded proof that it happens, then it's not technically a known split. But I don't know. I didn't want to argue and just acted like a river, flow and chill. It's not your fault. Well, at least you didn't act out like anger or anything. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything you would care. I mean, I remember when you got pushed off the worldwide tops on this track, you were like, lol, it's about time. Like, I think I was actually more upset than you were. I remember it being the same on Daisy Circuit as well, actually. What I do remember is doing like a comparison of your Ghost against Firestone on Daisy Circuit. That was quite interesting. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, like, you asked me to do a comparison on stream, and I think you led on him for about at least half the run. You know what, I might even be able to do the replay again. I'm pretty sure I've still got both Ghosts. You had forgotten it, yeah. Luke's really pushed it down now, though. To the point where I do wonder if the sub 128 is possible, but I think we've already got a lot riding on the low jumps on that track. How much Luke plays. Not as much as he used to. I remember when he first came on the scene, his introduction, I'm pretty sure, was BKTs. So I think the whole reason as to why Luke got into time trial in the first place was because of the time trial update. You'd have to ask him. But when the CTGP like update came out, his primary motivation was the custom Wii that Mr. Bean and Chadders were giving away at the time. I mean, it was a big motivation for me too, to be honest. But, yeah, I just remember, like, coming home from college and looking on the page, because I was keeping up to date with it, and there was, like, there would always be one day a week where all of the BKTs, the recent BKTs listed, were just done by Luke. Like, he just absolutely dominated. He had, like, about, I think, over a third of all of the custom track of the C2GP BKTs at some point. But I think it was that really gave him some kind of leeway in, like, expanding various different techniques and abilities in this game. And then he started playing this track. So the Ghost of his that I'm playing at the moment is, from what I could find, because I, like, looked into his profile and did a bit of digging around, from what I could find, this is the first Ghost with Daisy Ghost with triple mini turbo. This 308. I could be wrong. That could be one that I missed somewhere, or he could have finished a different run that is maybe slightly slower than this that didn't get to be his PB at the time. But as far as I can tell, this is the very first one. And, yeah, it was just from there that he just started, like, grinding the track and utilizing the new technique to beat Tyler's 107. That guy literally loves Mario Kart Wii, or is very competitive. Yeah. I mean, I think once you push past the certain kind of world record threshold, or getting these BKTs, I think it just, like, raises the adrenaline or something. I mean, you would know what that feels like more than I would. You've actually had a world record. So you're telling me I should learn triple with Fuck Kong first? I mean, that's what I did. It helped me with the general timing. But it didn't help with the angle. That's the one thing that it doesn't help with. But yeah, that is where Luke started as well. So I've kind of basically tried to copy him on this track with learning triple. Is he learned and adapted it with Bowser Bike first. And he pushed the BKT past his, like, PB at the time, which was a 0.5, I think. Like, I remember actually having his old, like, double mini turbo BKT. I downloaded it and everything when Tyler still had a 107. And then, yeah, he started learning with Daisy. I did the same thing. I barely subbed using double mini turbo, so I got 118.999. And then I picked up the track with Bowser Bike again, and I actually really enjoyed that grind. There were some bits which were a bit iffy here and there, but, like, I found it refreshing to play the track. That's too early. What the fuck? Why didn't I hit the wall there? Oh. That was really weird. I didn't soft drift that first turn, so that's why I lost it there. Unfortunately. I was just, yeah, dead. Have you PB'd yet? I nearly did. I nearly fucking hit the wall, and I was like, hey, this is going to hit the wall, and I didn't, and now it's just kind of like fucked with the rest of my perspective of whatever this run was. Yeah, that was close. Ish. I'll do that. Mark that for later. He hasn't PB'd because he's waiting for you, yeah. I was like, Bradley there's an absence of Bradley in my chat going into this lap 3. I'm gonna fuck it up intentionally. You've been here the entire time. Well, next time. Yeah, this triple was nothing special. This was really... I still caught up to the ghost, but it started really shit. This shroom. Watch this shroom. Watch it. It was slightly early. But it really threw me off because I thought I was going to hit the fucking wall. So I was like, ah! Yeah, and then I lost it because I didn't soft drift in the entrance. I just straight up like turned right. Let's run it back. Let's get that right again. Except, let's actually get it and not just do that weird shit in the dirt. The shit is hard. Were you trying triple? Do you want this ghost? I can try and send you this ghost. Hi, Will. Are you trying to go for a Will wall? I can't actually tell if anything else has been sent because the ad thing is shown up. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, slap. Bradley just says 1. Very inspirational quote. Someone pin that message right there. Just Bradley saying number 1. Bradley just pins it himself. Beautiful. I mean, I guess that's... You are the only person here to technically do that, so... 1 Roebuck, no! How are you doing, Will? I was talking about you the other day. In the sense that I was talking about the Birmingham meetup, so... Stop talking about virtual currency! What would 1 MC3 duck be worth? That's what I want to know. Okay, that's a 0.1, right? No. Okay. Really shit beginning. Good. Die. I can only see one message at a time now because of the ad break box and Bradley's pinned message. Okay. Oh, that's gonna be... Ah! Okay, I thought I was gonna fuck it. I did technically fuck it on the exit. I thought that was gonna go like all the way to the side. So when are you coming to see me again? That is a good question. Fuck these ads. Will's just in Will. I was about to say Will is just in Will purgatory. He's just in his own purgatory at the moment. Hi Will. How did you enjoy ad purgatory? Yeah. Did I ever tell you how cheap everything is in Berlin? Like literally, you can buy like alcohol for the I think it's like €4, which is the equivalent of like nearly just under £3. Like £2 something. That was beer though. I think things like vodka would be slightly more expensive. They did have cider there though. I didn't, but I'm only going off of what the rest of the group bought while we were there. Just don't make it 11 years again, yeah. When our next PB on MC3, we'll have a celebration. That's the thing though, because that could literally be like either 10 years from now or like literally the stream. Oh god, 3. Oh, okay. I like how I was like, Will, I have €1. Bradley, I have €5 from Ibiza. Lewis, my finger hurts. I mean, handling money in Croatia was fun. Haven't they moved to the euro now? Because when we were there, it was different. I've forgotten the currency it was before. Krona or something? My input configuration is hurting. It's hurting for Kong's browser byte drift. Wait, you can just use like a standard soft drift, I think, for that. Yes, however, cash is still the top form. Then card. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you did have some areas like that in Berlin, but I managed to get by never having any cash. Literally never had any euros to hand. And also, anything that I paid for myself was technically paid for by my manager because all my editing revenue is in euros. Had to use Google Pay for the last couple of days on holiday because of how much we spent. How much did you end up spending, if you don't mind me asking? I mean, it also doesn't surprise me. No offense to Jacob, but I have a feeling that was going to happen. Especially Serbia, like I used my card 4 times to pay for stuff. Everything else was cash. How was Berlin, by the way? It was very clean. Very, very clean. compared to the UK. So we were on the outskirts of Berlin for the most part. That was where the like sound service was located. But we did go into Berlin for like the last full day we had there. And I enjoyed it a lot. I'm still trying to get some of the photos back from the people in our group that we went with there. He tried to copy over some of the photos to my card, but for some reason there's a lot of them that I really want that haven't been copied over properly. Okay, that's good. There we go. 0.1. Fuck. Shit. 800 quid. Why? Of course it was. Like, most of Europe is clean. Yes, but this was, like, exceptionally clean. Ugh. Hello, Robin. What the fuck are you doing here? Go back to sleep. Drinking out ain't cheap, mate. That's probably why I still have a lot of money then. Okay, bye then. Yo, you don't leave if you want to be here. And don't say you don't want to be here, because I will come and kick the door down. But may I present the capital of a Basque country? What is that? Victoria Gasteiz. Clean as a whistle. Life hack, don't leave the house. Hi, I tried doing that after I finished college. Didn't work very well. Yeah. It's nice, like, to be able to stay home sometimes, but I think particularly for me, I think it was actually alright because when I was staying at home after college, I had the whole house to myself. It was just me and the rabbits. But now we've got both parents staying at home, and then Robin's here as well, so not that that's a big deal. In all fairness, I was asleep an hour ago. I thought so. It's part of my routine now that I come home and I just go straight to bed. Like, I wake up, go to work, and to be honest, I've also just been editing while at work, editing Emma's stuff on the computer there. And then I'm like, I come back home, I just go to bed. I was gonna like run it back and do some more editing after dinner, but I was like, fuck it, not today. I'll leave all the annoying stuff that's gonna take the piss tomorrow. Fuck, okay. Weirdly enough, you order her to go to sleep when you are not sleeping neither. Okay. There's no need for that. Not that I'm going to deny it, but yeah. It's an area in northern Spain that really liked its autonomy and own language, I see. And I had done it complete justice by probably pronouncing the place entirely wrong. I'll keep that in mind for when I someday go to Spain. To be fair, in the last like year or so, Spain has kind of dropped down in my like traveling list now. I'd either want to go, I think, more to either Switzerland or Finland. Those are one of the two countries I'm most interested in going to, and America again, but not California. Hoping I can sleep off this cold. Oh yeah, I think you might have passed that on to me. Thank you very much. I feel like a slight, like, not like a full soreness, but like a slight, like, dull there. Visit Dark in Texas. Has he actually moved over there now? I mean, I say, like, going to America and not California. I might actually be going back there again at the beginning of next year, but it just depends on what the plan is. Because I like to try and persuade friends to come over to the States so I can see them, but the one who I'm most likely trying to persuade at the moment is Nil. But we couldn't make it work last year. I say last year, this year. It just feels like it was already a year ago. I couldn't persuade Neil to come over for financial reasons. He didn't have enough money to go. And then I think it'd just be too much to ask for anybody else because I don't really interact with too many other people. I could ask Christian. Christian travels around quite a bit and has supposedly been to LA quite a lot, so I think he'd be pretty good to try and talk to about it. But I've really dipped out of contact with him. He was in Ireland recently. Sean and Gamer was thrilled about that. Should I pretend I'm offended because I'm Hispanic and it's 2024? Sure. Send me a paragraph of profanity in Spanish that I will not be able to read. Go home and straight to bed sounds like my routine when I started a shift that starts at 7. Yep. Finland and Switzerland mentioned. Ireland mentioned. Are you just going to talk about every... just every country that I mentioned? Did you do that for Germany? When I mentioned Germany? I mean, I mentioned it just now. I'm offended. I'll report you. What's your Twitter? I mean, your X account? Is there anyone that's like legitimately... Germany mentioned. Is there anyone that's like actually calling it X apart from Elon Musk? Does anyone unironically refer to it as that? Or is it still Twitter for everybody? Because it's still definitely Twitter for me. I'm offended you call it X. I think Lewis is doing it ironically. Oh god, that was too soft. We'll refer to it properly when he respects his trans child. Wait, I thought he just literally had a child. He has multiple. I mean, that also doesn't surprise me. It also doesn't surprise me he's fucking transphobic as well. Unfortunately. I mean, that's also true. I love it when he fucking, like... What is it? The, one of the test rocket launches for SpaceX just blew up. And he tried to play it off as, like, a calculated, self-recycling or whatever. His first is trans and her mum doesn't like him. I mean, I guess that's why I would imagine they're not together anymore. Forgot the word, but I know what you mean, yeah. Like, it clearly fucking failed and exploded. And it was just like, oh no, it was planned. It's fine. It's supposed to do that. Yeah, I can't wait when we start going to Mars. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have to be honest, if he's the one that kind of runs the whole operation, people are going to die. Yes, that also doesn't surprise me. He has multiple. I hope he's one of them. Most likely. I mean, you also had that thing with the, what was it? The fucking submarine that imploded like a few years back. What was it? Ocean something. Like, the guy that was in charge of that whole, like, company was so insistent that the submarine should be made out of carbon fiber. And then he also, like, tried to commercialize it. When it's not being commercialized for a really strong reason. And he kind of proved it because the thing imploded and he was inside it, so... Along with a bunch of other people that paid obnoxious amounts of money to go underwater. Rapid unscheduled disassembly. What the fuck? It's even worse than I thought. I mean, it's literally also in a weird way, depending on how you look at it. That's just basically admitting that it fucking blew up. When I next smash a cup at work or something, I'm going to like... Yeah, it was a rapid unscheduled disassembly of this Chinaware. What's the other thing that he's trying to do at the moment? Neuralink. That bullshit. Like that he had to specifically specify it was unscheduled, a bit sus. I mean, it's just like, that's the whole thing that admits it. Really. If I remember correctly, it was coined by a US Navy general in the 70s. Wait, which bit are we talking about? We're kind of crossing back and forth between several topics at the moment. Oh, we're talking about that rapid unscheduled disassembly. Wait, so that was coined by a Navy general in the 70s. What's the backstory about that? US Navy ships just decided to sink randomly. That's interesting. But that's just not where it originated from. That's too early. Yeah, there we go. I have no idea why I just added a react to try and shroom there. That was my muscle memory, just being like, okay, we're shrooming now. So I saw Lewis got a 26.6. Bowser Bike isn't that like 119.2.3 territory for that one? I think. That's a 3. Oh, close enough. Okay, just give me a decent triple, would you? You didn't have to do it like that. Ooh. I'm glad I didn't get on a run while I was talking about Elon. It's nice. I say that now and I just had one of like my fastest beginnings in this session. Yeah, good. $120.077, my first ever completed triple, suck ass. I mean, that's faster than everything I've set today. When a gun broke apart if you misused it. The origin of rapid unscheduled disassembly. How do you misuse it? What does that mean? It's the first thing that pops to mind about misusing a gun is not a safe topic of discussion for Twitch. America. Yeah. Oh god. Oh, my hand is clicky today. Oh, come on. I'm not letting go of the B button there for some reason. America. What? Stop saying America! Why did I do it? Canada! Yes! Let's go there! Next Team MC3 meetup? Why did I shout that? Robin, did you hear me shout that from my room? Scotland. Or Scotland. The land bit didn't sound Scottish enough. I did. Sorry. You probably heard that like 2 minutes before. Well, actually, no. You would have seen Will's message in chat and then heard me from the distance be like, Canada. Come to Venezuela and experience having water 3 times a week. Oh, God. I'll get pulled over by, quote, cops, end quote, about 27 times from the airport. Yes, that's why I apologized. It's why I keep telling you that you're being quite noisy when you're awake at like 2 AM and you're talking. Because like your room is right next to theirs. Oh God, what is this shit? That was a rapid, unscheduled disassembly of that run. A jump scare! You're welcome, give me money. Lego Fortnite. What is... Why? I love gold. Good. I'm not giving you any. I was early. There we go. Okay. I don't know what the fuck that was. Canada's version of Minecraft. What, Lego Fortnite? What can you do in Canada? Ugh. Thank you, weird ads. Where did you literally get an ad about gold? just bars of gold advertised. Buy a bar of gold. Only like 10 grand. World Gold Council. Wait, what the fuck is that? The council that like decides all of the fucking... What happens with all of the world's gold? What's going on? Maple syrup. I mean, that's like Canada's gold right there. My ignorance is telling me you could go to Niagara Falls. I really want to be honest. It's like probably like still top of my list. One of the places to go to. The good thing about it as well is I think Neil lives like only a few hours drive away from it. If I remember correctly. Don't remember correctly. The only Canadian that I know is Legs. She's on the other side of the fucking country. But, same side as California. Hit piece on crypto saying investing in gold is more stable. I wonder how believable that statement is. I mean, it is probably more stable than investing in cryptocurrency. Like, physical gold, but... Also, what's the point? What's the point in having it in, like, big bars, other than to literally just keep a certain amount of gold somewhere? Like, I find it interesting how, like, some banks and things have, like, storage of gold. Gold reserves, that's the word I was looking for. I looked it up before, but I've just forgotten. No, I don't want to be over here. Money. I like money. Boink. I don't know what happened on the exit there. I feel like I wasn't holding right. Ah, capitalism. Yes. What a great world we live in. America's literally a fucking pyramid scheme. I don't know what the fuck's happening with us at the moment. Become Scandinavian. That is a compelling argument. Let's just change nationality. I mean, aren't the Scandinavian countries like one of the least oppressed in the world? I just fucking move over there, and then they won't be anymore. Capitalism is better than socialism, though. I mean, there's not much comparison between the two. Good. Stay ignorant to the horrors currently going on in this country. The horrors. Communism. I was waiting for you to say that. I think none of the countries that consider themselves communist at the moment actually like follow the true foundations of communism. I feel like it's unfortunate that it goes hand in hand with autocracy quite a lot. I feel like I said that wrong. Ah. The Chinese economy capitalist and its political party communist. I wouldn't be surprised. They just use the label without actually doing it, yeah. I mean, that's better than having like a country that says that they are a democracy and then they're not. I'm not going to name any specifics, but hello? That was not the direction that I pressed. What's going on there? Okay, that felt weird for a minute. I love the Democratic People's Republic of Korea. I was waiting for someone. The thing is, though, they still have elections over there. Like, you literally have one name on a piece of paper, and it's illegal for you to vote against said name. And it's also, I'm pretty sure it's illegal over there to not vote. So it's just like, one candidate. It's like, yeah, it's treason if you don't vote for them. And it's like, Have you ever seen that, like, meme where someone asked someone else out in their, like, class or something, and they drew a piece of paper, on a piece of paper with, like, will you go out with me or something, and then they had 2 tick boxes for yes, and then the person that had the piece of paper circled, like, 2 N and O in the question instead. Like, I just imagine that that's it's the same situation as that. I've met a North Korean and some Chinese people in Venezuela. They're close off even if you greet them in their language. As in, like... I just blanked then because I was trying to focus on my driving and then my thumb slipped off the analog stick there. 26.53 lap 1, so that's like mid 119 pace, I think. I would say you could have my my PB if you want to try and play against that for like practice, but what I actually remember is my PB with Bowser Bike. The 118.960 doesn't get a full starter boost. And I still subbed. I don't know what that is. Okay. I'm quite far to the left here. Wheelie, please. That was really fucking annoying. Whatever that was. Yeah, this isn't gonna PB. Yeah. What was that? Why did you not wheelie? I shook the Wii remote twice. Stop watching K-dramas, you'll believe Koreans are romantic when they're materialistic as fuck. My old flatmate was a Korean student. As in she studied the language. Didn't she go to Korea now? Is that where she is? I don't want to say the name on stream. Only ever met them once. 119.8. 26.5, 4, and 9 missed the last mini turbo on the U-turn. Oh god, okay. Oh, she did a year abroad last year, so she's back now. That's interesting. Do you know how she found it? Well, that's like a fucking 14-hour plane journey to South Korea, isn't it, from us? She loved it. Good. Right choice. I mean, it would be kind of like shit if you just did that and you just hated it the entire time. I do find that really cool though, like going to study in another country. The only time I would... I mean, the only real place that I could do that is, like... I guess there's a few. There's, like, America, Canada, Ireland, unfortunately. Australia and New Zealand are like the only places where English is, like, the first language. Do you think I actually want to go study again? Not really. What would be the point? I helped her study occasionally. Don't be a fucking chicken, learn another language. I mean, I did learn German in school, but that was absolutely no fucking help. When we went that last year, like... I was just not able to talk to or understand anything. I understood the first word, as I'm sure our resident bread lover Offie would be... In fact, I'm pretty sure I told Offie this while we were over there. The first word that I did recognise written down was bread. She's just brot. The first word I recognised. I was actually tempted to like get on Duolingo to like revise German though, just so I could like potentially understand a little bit of it while we're there. But I never did. It's always next year though. I think we're going back next year. That's fast. Slow. Oh, you dick stain. Okay. Fuck you. I missed the boost panel, I still got a 118. That's so shit, I hate it. I need to start learning Spanish before maybe moving to Spain. Ooh, is that actually like on the cards? To actually, I mean, I know it's a possibility, but it's like, is that actually like on the cards at least to happen in like the recent couple of years? I mean, Lewis is right here. He can start teaching you. That's good. You can learn a thing or two when you speak with another person from another culture. I mean, that's probably the biggest benefit to learning another language, is you learn about other people from those cultures. But even then, like, you could just talk English to like someone in, I don't know why I changed course. You can talk to English to someone in America and you'd just be able to learn so much more from them. Like, there are very interesting people that me and Emma met while we were traveling around. It's on the cards. That's good. Leave this country for your own good. Okay, yeah, don't say that word. Don't Google Translate it, trust me, yeah. I mean, I think that's common knowledge. Ow. Same thing. Also, I just realised I think that lap one that I just got was my second fastest lap one. I just crossed my mind that 151 that I got. I think it's my second fastest lap. And it didn't feel that fast towards the end. Ah, I backed off the top corner a bit. Yeah. Okay, that's way too far to the right, and now way too far to the left. I should have done a spin drift there. I don't know how to do the spin drift cut, though. How do you do the SC with Bowser Bike? From what I remember, you have to, like, hold the mini turbo later off of the hairpin, so you get a more, like, right to left angle, and then you drift into it later. Why my PC just disconnected from the internet? I will never know. Okay, thank you. I mean, if you want to, like, a good reference, I think is probably... Well, I would actually say Vince's, like, BKT, Bowser Bike BKT would be much better. But I think my 9060... 96... Wait, what? No. My 18960 lap 3 has a really good shroom. Funny thing about that was actually my first .1 lap 1. Was with Bowser Bike. .1 lap 1? No, not with Bowser Bike. Wait, what am I saying? That's so stupid. My first lap... My first .1 lap overall. Hi, Bradley, again. The blood. I've just glanced over my recommended channels and, oh god, what have you seen? Interesting combo. Let me guess, there's at least a politics channel in there. There's a channel with, some allegations to its name. Or maybe a combination of the two. Bradley's a roadman. I mean, to be perfectly honest, he feels like the most roadman out of all of us. Huh? I'm not going to say any more than that. You have to figure out what it means. Why did I turn there? I will never know. I'm copying Will now. 119.4. That's pretty good, considering you just like jumped into that quite quickly. Took me like a month to get a 119.4, but I guess you might have had some experience playing the track with Bowser Bike before. In fact, I think actually you got like a 118.7 with the double mini turbo, didn't you? With Bowser Bike. In fact, I remember playing your Ghost for a little bit, I think. Or like doing some comparisons with it. Yes! Like, wasn't it 763? It was still in the Bowser Bike top 10 until like 2020, 2021 maybe. Don't ask me how I remember that. I just do. If it's important to me, I remember. You're quite right about it. Cool. That's my only response. Oh, cool, I'm right. Should I be scared about Sean remembering every single detail about my gaming history? I mean, I'm very good at remembering sequences and numbers, but I would actually say Robin has a stronger memory than I do. But I think we have different ways of remembering things. We remember different things. I'm not allowed to tell you. Yes. You don't tell them about my massive Lewis memorial in my... memorial? No, not that. My massive Lewis shrine in my room. There's a reason why I don't have the webcam on. And just have like a massive Lewis me head just on one wall. And every singular run you've ever set in Mario Kart Wii's history is just pasted around it. It's telling me something. What's telling you something? Oh, fuck off, ads! Hold on. Go away, I don't care. Look, Will's just gonna get like a fucking Will just based on shouting at ads. Yeah, someone gift Will a sub to me so that he doesn't have to put up with ads. Hello again. Should be back now. Unless Twitch is lying to me. No, I didn't let go of the fucking B button. Okay. That is the creepiest thing I ever heard. The fuck was that? And I'm not confirming whether or not it's true. Fuck up, ads, go away, I don't care. I was about to make a funny joke. Wait, what did you say? It's telling me something. Oh, not the joke, okay. Oh, what's this? Oh! God, that is an ugly profile picture. Not the joke, but funny, yeah. And which one of those do you want me to raid after this? Ah, dick. Okay, I won't be going for too much longer. One's a furry channel and the other one's Donald Trump. Yes. James May. Wait, does he actually have a Twitch channel? That's fucking great. No, of course not. But yeah, that would be great if he did, though. I would totally raid him. I found out recently, actually, that Emma spent a lot of her childhood watching Top Gear. I have a feeling we watched it quite a lot as well, but it wasn't like a big thing. But I do remember being quite interested in it for a bit. Like, I have the top trump cards for it somewhere. Which I played with like twice and then never played with again. I think I know why I was being disconnected. My PC is telling me something. Robin May. Wait, why has Robin adapted James May's surname? Well, I guess it doesn't have to be James May specifically. Huh? Yeah, it's a what? What are you doing, Robin? It's telling me you're playing MC3. You know what you should do, Will? You should play MC3 as well. I just headbutt the microphone. I don't know if that picked up. Which is a bad thing and should be corrected. I mean, the only other thing that would be corrected to is video editing at this current point in time. And I'm not doing that on stream. Fine, I'll play the Mario Kart 8 one. We almost got Will to play. I say we almost got Will to play. I'm pretty sure he was like very sternly against the idea of playing MC3. But we almost got him to play when we did the meetup. That'll be for the next meetup, Will. You can do that thing like, you know, you know, like the couples pottery where there's a couple like hugging and they're doing the pottery with both hands. I'll do that from the other side, from behind you with holding the controller. I will guide you. I will help you, PV. No. That was a great night, though. Completely unrelated to this conversation, by the way. Like, that was great when we, like, all kind of just hung out together. And Jacob fucking dismantled the fucking ceiling. Then again, motion controls. I mean, yeah. I'll be forcing you to try do triple mini turbo with a singular Wiimote. I mean, it's either that. No. It's possible, though. It's possible to do with a Wii wheel. Though, actually, no joke, the Wii wheel BKT on this track is faster than me. It's faster than my PB. It's absolutely insane. I need to correct it. Pretty sure it's still Lucas, though. Like 6 years on, he's a fucking tank. Ow. I'm used to the Joy-Cons and Wii U gamepad. Would you use motion controls in that as well? Or... I'm pretty sure you used to for Wii U, but use Joy-Cons in like Deluxe. Oh, what was that? Yeah, you should. Sean is giving a free bag of Lay's crisps if you sub. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Europe just to get them. Oh, that's something that I didn't do when I was back in Europe. I didn't have Lay's again. At all. The entire time I was in Berlin, I didn't go and buy Lay's. I saw them in the shops and everything and just never got them. Ow. Yeah. Rip, can I have some Lay's? I mean, I don't have any. Lewis is telling you lies. You probably had some more recently than me. I don't know what it is about it, though, but Lay's does hit better than Walker's. They're, like, literally the same, but not the same at the same time. Okay, it is now 20 past midnight. So one more PB. Question, who did you fly with? Ryanair. Not my go-to. But I didn't have to pay for flights, so that was fine. It was only a short flight. But it was literally, I don't think I have ever been on a cheaper fucking flight. There was just there was nothing. The plane felt like it was made in the fucking 1960s. Ryanair, woo, you like them, do you? I think I missed the context here. I mean, the last... the last thing I was talking about was James May. And Top Gear, so... I don't know if that really supplies any context at all. So you went from either two airports. Did I not tell you the airport I went from? Luton? Nope. We actually avoided London. Yeah, Stansted. We went from Stansted, which is like the other side of fucking London to us. Okay. Sorry, same thing. You've probably flown over my head or house. Wait, so you quite close to Stansted then? If you don't mind me asking, actually. In fact, if you want to tell me in DMs, that's more than fine. But yeah. God, you travelled further to get to Birmingham than I realised then. Your house is shaped like your head. Yeah, wait, no, I just clocked onto that. What? I like how that's actually the only question, and then Will just says yes. Into London and out again to Birmingham. That... I mean, out of everyone in our group, you're probably the best person to do that sort of trip, but also I apologise so much that that's what you had to do. But yeah, I think Stansted was the cheapest option. We were trying to do it on a budget. And then... we also... Our manager's like I think a grandma or someone that passed away last year. So her old house is just literally like 5 minutes outside of Stansted. And so we stayed there. And drove in the morning! That was not what I wanted to do. I was about to say, if this point zeros, I'm going to throw myself out the window. Into London, hence why I was so late home. I wonder if it would have been any quicker for... Oh, fuck you, you dick. Sorry, that was my... My headphones got caught on my chest of drawers, and I, like, pulled my head up, and then they pulled out my ears quite harshly. Yeah, what was I going to say? Because Jacob is kind of that direction. But, like, not quite that direction. I wonder if it had been, like, easier for him to kind of drive you somewhere and then drop you off somewhere that you could have just got a train back home. I think it wouldn't have made much difference, though. I think you would have got back home at a similar time, because Jacob was the next person to get back to his. Actually, the people who got home last was Asterix and Nirvana, because they stayed the extra night, so technically they were last home. Then it goes Will, then Jacob, then me and Robin, and then Bradley was first. Bradley won the race. But yeah, what was I going to say? How did you get there? So, oh my god, I have never, on the ways to and from Stansted, I have never had to do as much travelling in my life. Yeah, Jacob went to Bradley's first. But it still would, I think, might have been quicker if Will went along for the ride. But yeah, what was I saying? So, I left the day before the flight, obviously. I had to do the most travelling, if you minus the fact that my manager had to come back from France first. But he wasn't doing that the same day as me, so... Emma has recently moved house, so like literally a night or two prior, I had to figure out a train to a completely different place. Which, given the stress of the journey prior, I wasn't very happy with. But it was, fortunately, it was actually quite simple. It was just 2 trains. Yeah, so I caught a train to where she lives. Well, the closest station to where she lives. There were like a couple of options, but a lot of them were required to change trains like 4 or 5 times for no fucking good reason. And I just can't be bothered to do that, so I took the easiest option. But then I actually walked to a park that was nearby. And so I waited there for an hour. I'd bought sandwiches and snacks and things to eat in the park. So I sat in the park and actually had a really pleasant time. Like just a little like meal, and waited for Emma. And then we drove 15 minutes to go to her friend's house, who was driving us to Stansted. Also, I have to mention that the place that we went to was further. I think it would have been further from Stansted than if I left to go directly there from my house. It's quite hard to tell. That's where it kind of is. It's a bit more south, so it required more M25 to cover. Which, going there was a nightmare, because there was like an accident and shit. But yeah, so we got to where my manager's grandparents' house was, and then stayed the night. And then literally, the plan was to catch a bus into Stansted, but we, we ended up getting a taxi instead, because I think the bus times were different. But yeah. it was then the next day it was a flight from Stansted to Brandenburg, and then like the sound service was very close actually. So it was only like a 15-minute Uber the other end. But on the way back, oh shit. I have got a lot to rant about that. So, the way back, we were supposed to leave sound service at around 12. I don't know if anyone else's phones do this, but when you go to another country, the phone fucking splits the clock. So it tells you the time back home, but then it also gives you the local time. And guess what I did? I looked at the time, I took in the time from home and thought it was local time for some reason, so I thought it was like 11. and you know, because I've got that flip phone as well, it's like on the really tiny screen. For some reason, I really want to change it so it doesn't do that on the screen. Like, it's fine when I open up the phone and have it all on the menu, but it's like... I had the really, like, small times on the phone, so yeah, I never got it confused. The entire time I went to America, and then the entire time I was in Germany, I was able to read the times perfectly fine from my fucking phone, even on the tiny little pointless LCD screen. I have no idea why it fucking splits like that again, but yeah. But the day that we had to leave, the one day that we were leaving, because obviously I wouldn't leave on another day at the same time as well. I misread the times. I thought it was 11:30 when it was actually 12:30. So that is when I was finally ready. But yeah, so the traveling back was a really, really fucking stupid time. Basically, Brandenburg Airport is probably one of the worst designed airports that I have ever been to. It's really, really ridiculous to try and get through. But on top of that, I had an assistance package, and just like literally all of the staff that we spoke to, like to try and check in bags and go through security, specifically male staff for some reason. Yeah, one of them, they were not helpful, basically. One of them even pretended not to speak English just to avoid, like, engaging with us. It was, like, that stupid. It got to the point where our manager was like, no, you need to sort this out, to, like, one of the staff, who was, like, actually quite angrily insistive. I'd never seen that side before. I was very fortunate as well to have Emma support the whole thing. Like, she was very supportive to me because I was getting very confused, and like I just wanted to sit down somewhere that was quiet. But yeah, so we got straight from that Berlin back to Stansted. Again, the flight was perfectly fine. It actually felt unbelievably short because the last flight I've done from this was like San Francisco. But yeah, we flew back straight to Stansted, and like the first time that was like the last bit of sun that I had for like 2 weeks after that, because as soon as we were driving back from Stansted, yeah, we just got covered in rain, and it was raining the entire fucking time for the rest of the trip back. But the rest of the trip back was very like tedious because I was already like, you could probably imagine, like, coming through from the airport from Germany, it took a lot of, like, energy out of me. But it was like, we took a taxi back from Stansted, and then Emma's friend drove us back. And the M25 was actually the most chill chilled part of the trip. There was actually, like, barely any traffic, or we, like, slowed down maybe once. But for the most part, we got around it very quickly. And then I was dropped off at the station that I had to travel to when coming back out, when first coming out to. So I was dropped off first, just straight off the bat, to the station that I'd only been to once prior, so I had to like Fortunately, Emma and her friend figured out what time the trains were going to be, so I was kind of dropped off there. And a weird thing as well, Will, you might know more about this. I can't really go into more detail about revealing the location, but catching the train out to this place, I can't use my rail card to get a discount for some reason to go to this place. So for whatever reason, like going to this place from where I live costs more, but coming back from this place, I can use the rail card and get a discount. Yeah, I don't know why. It's really bullshit. Like, I had to go back there again before we went to Liverpool, and it just did not make any sense. Yeah, I'll DM you later, because it will dox Emma. But yeah, I have no idea why that happens. But yeah, I caught the train back from there, and then... what was weird about this is that that train line specifically, that route, doesn't have any like mobile data. So the minute that I got to the other end, the phone connected to like the station free Wi-Fi thing, and I immediately got like a phone call from my grandma being like, "Are you back in the UK yet?" But yeah, I think at this point I actually phoned Robin because I was quite yeah, I apologise, Robin. You're probably listening to all of this again. I phoned Robin and vented the entire trip, basically, to them. And then, yeah. After that, though, it was a simple train back home. It was raining the entire time I was doing this as well. I was fortunately picked up from the train station. I went to my grandparents' house and had dinner and then came back home. There you go. You've not been listening. Well, fuck you too. Yeah, that's my rant about traveling. I don't think I've had a more stressful day of traveling than that. But I actually also feel like I handled it really well. Like, was I noticeably stressed when I came back home, Robin? You're learning Spanish? Why are you doing that? Why are you not learning Spanish in my chat with Lewis right now? Wait, why did that go back? No, you upload my shit, ghosts. I'm supposed to be learning Spanish. I want to go there. I want to go to Spanish. Okay. Let me catch up on chat, because I know I went into a little rambly phase there. I apologise. Oh, Jacob got a fucking mention here. Jesus Christ. Christ? Did I not enunciate the T at the end there? Yeah. I have a coach whose last stop is my town before Stansted. Sometimes it will go to another before, but it's £6 one way. Interesting. It runs every 3 hours. Jacob went to Bradley's first. It was Bradley, Jacob, you and Robin, then me. Oh, wait, Jacob got home after... No, yeah, I'm pretty certain he did after us. If you count Bradley's house, then yeah, he would have got to Bradley's before we got home, but yeah. Yeah, you met Jacob. Yeah, basically, Lewis, everyone in the chat, apart from yourself and Ren, were a part of a big meet-up in August. So we all met. He is smart. That's one of the last words I would use to describe him. Unfortunately. No offense to Jacob. But... am I wrong? Specifically asking Robin and Bradley, am I wrong? Right, let's do this fucking C2GP update just so it doesn't be a pain. Not that I'm ever going to touch any of these new tracks, but whatever. Are we talking about the same Jacob? But yeah, the coach is 30 minutes. Journey to Stansted, Ryanair, isn't like any other airlines going to hot places, so it goes wherever it goes. That's good, I guess. I mean, it's the only airline from Stansted, I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's literally the only one we could see there. I know a few bus companies who go to Stansted Airport. Oh my god, yes. Yeah, Bradley, I imagine you had the same fucking thing when you went to Ibiza. What? Why? I don't know why. I do not know why, but it wasn't helpful on my... I would have rather just had the local time. I think it's just because it's like an inbuilt thing based on every Samsung thing, and because I have a little tiny like LCD screen on the back of my phone, when I close the lid, it just like copy-pasted the thing that it does to that phone. But I wish you could like personalize it so it just didn't have that. And so it just had like the actual time, and then I can open it up and see what time it was at home. Because I mean, even then, like, it was more useful when we went to America. Because, you know, that was my only telling of what the time was at home, which for the most part is like, it was basically 5 p.m. here when I was waking up. Oh yeah, that's a really bizarre thing as well. When I was in the States, like, waking up at like 8 a.m. and watching Leanne streaming, and it was like 5 p.m. here. It was like an evening stream, but I was actually watching it in the morning, in the literal fucking morning. It was strange. It's also the only stream I watched while over there. I couldn't tune into anything else, I'm pretty sure. Just purely because like everybody else would have to be on so late. Like to get a stream, the only time I really had free to tune into a stream would be in the evening, which would be in like fucking 4 or 5 in the morning here. And just no one was live then. But yeah, no, it was helpful kind of then, and it just wasn't fucking useful just when I closed the phone, just because the times were just stupidly small, and so you can't fucking see them. My Android automatically gets the local time zone when it connects to the internet and forget the previous. Yeah. To be fair, I would rather it did that. That would have been more useful. My Pixel uses the time zone I'm in. It was delayed for 10 years. I love the M25. Do you really? It was that sarcastic. The M station name. It's probably near me. Where Emma's moved to is like the other side of London. It's still the same side of London to me. But I could also DM you where my manager's house was. It's his hometown as well. It's literally... so we were probably in the same county for a bit then. That'd been interesting. We could have crashed at yours, Will. we had 6 people with us. We'd have been like, "Hi, Will, can you like 6 people crash here?" Robin being in Robin World. You could go on YouTube and Google Pendeja vid. Oh, I think you showed me that. Because isn't that like Spanish for idiot or something? We should try and get Jacob to say that somehow. Bringing it back round. I think he's smart because he learns fast. I mean, yes, but he's also done really stupid things. Really easily. Apple is the pinnacle of innovation. Delays your previous time zone because you would need to know what the time was at home. Oh my god, CGGP update. Yeah. Are you excited to try the new tracks, Bradley? Shall we do a track trying stream on here? Where I can give you my in-depth opinion of all tracks. Basically, it's shit and I never want to play it again. I don't think my parents would like that. Jacob is stupid, he smells. Nah, can I play Retro Rewind instead? You can play Retro Rewind for as long as there isn't a good CTGP update. No, and Lewis just says no, you're not allowed to. I was just watching like a Retro Rewind stream, I think yesterday or something. It looks so much better. Like, why on earth does CTGP not incorporate the visual elements? That Retro Rewind does. But yeah, that's basically why. If it wasn't for Retro Rewind having like inbuilt ability to move the deflicker filter and then the in-game blur as well, I wouldn't have like put that into my replay for Jacob. Yeah. Shall I look for someone to raid? We'll raid out soon. How much did you want to kill him in IB for? Yeah, I want to know that who was babysitting who again? Because Jacob seemed to be quite insistent on the fact that he was babysitting you. And to be fair to him, given how Birmingham was, it was kind of believable. But also, Jacob's a kid. Right, no, I don't want ads now, come on. I can't snooze any more ads, so I have to end stream. A lot. That doesn't surprise me. I don't think it would have been much better going with me. Like, I'm the worst fucking sober friend. Because I don't, like, drive. So I can't, like, be the designated driver. And then I remember a lot of shit. So I can remember all the embarrassing stuff that happens if any does happen. You know what? He did seem more alive than Bradley most of the time. Makes sense. I don't drink and I don't drive. I mean, I guess, yeah, we were kind of in that same, like, thing. We also brought our passports for ID when we went to Weatherspoons as well. That was brilliant. Let's see, who's playing what? Is anyone playing Retro Rewind on stream that I can just, like, throw everyone over to? Oh, someone's doing Rainbow Road Glitch. I do both at the same time. Yeah, Bradley just has a mini bar in his dashboard. Someone's doing a cooking stream and they're streaming on the fucking Mario Kart Wii tab for some reason. Yeah. I'm afraid there is no one playing Retro Rewind. I'm tempted to go Rainbow Road Glitch attempts. If anyone wants to watch someone clip into a pole for ages. He'd send me random Spanish voice notes in the middle of the night and expect me to understand them. Are you sure it was him? Sure, he just didn't like. He did the thing he did in Birmingham where he's walking up to random people and then just getting them to talk into the phone. Okay. Also, hello, Bam. Welcome. I haven't seen your name in my chat for a while. I don't actually know if you've been in my chat before. Apparently, you are, because it doesn't have, like, the newcomer box around it, so... I'm about to raid out, so you've come at the right time for that. Jacob told me he has a weird habit of speaking Spanish when he is drunk. To be fair, that's not the first time I've heard someone say that, and Jacob's not the only one. Apparently this is a common thing. He would go up to people and ask how to say things. Good God, that must have been annoying as fuck. Yeah, I know the feeling. He'd say random Spanish sentences to me and I'm like, speak English, you dick. It was! For a minute, I just saw the speak English, you dick bit, and I was just thinking, like, I thought you were saying, like, I just walked up to a Spanish person and said that. That was the first thing I said. Without reading the rest of the paragraph first. That's why I thought you want to kill him. Right. Let's see. I'm gonna see what this smile stream is. There is literally someone just with smile. That reminds me of the English-Spanish meme. What is the English-Spanish meme? I said that really weird. I think I said it. It's almost like I pronounced Spanish with like a H in it. Spanish. Like spinach, but like... Wait, no. Because spinach is... Oh my god. Why can't I speak properly anymore? What is this stream? Is this Retro Rewind? I can't tell. Hi Vanna, why did I wake up before Handy is about to go? I can't stop the ads! They won't let me snooze them now! Ads, you dicks! Go away! I actually don't want you anymore. How do I unmonetize my stream? Let's see, is this... No, I think this is just regular worldwides. Twitch broke, I can hear. I mean, the ads are saying incoming. I haven't prevented them yet. Yeah, that's CTGP. Okay. Rainbow Road it is then, I think. But no ads and the stream froze. Right, okay. It's Owen Smith. I don't remember if this is the current record holder for Rainbow Road Glitch or not. But let's see, I got ads on their end. It's the fucking... What do you call it, ads? No, what's that? Why am I gonna raid a YouTube link? Lewis! That was your fault! Cool! Awesome! Tracks that I will never play. Oh god, Ribbon Road got updated. Why? Don't blame me, blame Broodlight. Wait, Bradley didn't post a link in chat that I copied for later. Right. I'm going to raid out to Owen and not get prepared to raid out to Owen. I believe he's currently doing Rainbow Road Glitch, from what I can tell, looking at the thumbnail. So, very hard category. Do wish them the best of luck on me. I apologise to everybody in the ads at the moment. I might wait for you so I can say goodbye. I might not. We'll see how long it takes for the stream to fucking load on my end. There we go. There it is. Right. Oh, the raid's gonna just go automatically. Alright, see ya. Oh wait, no it isn't. Never mind, I'm just... I'm stupid. Okay, well, stupidity aside, hello everybody back from the ads and ready to say goodbye. So yeah, I don't know if I'm probably not gonna be streaming tomorrow because I've already played this 2 days in a row and I've got editing to do. So the next stream is probably most likely going to be on Wednesday. If anyone wants to come to that, I'll be playing this again. But yes, please do wish the best of luck to Owen for me on Rainbow Road Glitch. But otherwise, thank you everybody for tuning in today. I hope you enjoyed my failure, and I shall see you again later. Cool.